Hello everyone and welcome. Today we have a Satisfactory which is now in early access and it's a patch 0.04. So update 4 only, and I have 99 hours of played in this game. So let's see what I was able to achieve throughout this 100 hours, and that's why our videos just stopped, because I was playing this a bit. Sometimes even my friend come to me, but come to me, but now he's not able to play. Okay, let's talk about a bit about this factory. Of course, I chose the first way, the first place to spawn, which is actually right there somewhere. You just need to run away across the closest iron ore, which is right here. After that, you just start mining this iron ore. It's like poor place, not the best, of course, to get this iron, but I wasn't aware what was going on for that time, and I decided to get some iron. This is the first line of the iron ore that I had. Right here there were how many? Like 8 maybe biomass burners. And like these two were also purple. What did I decided to do? I thought that okay, if it is weak, we receive only how many? Only 15 iron ore. I created this one first, or then I understood that I can get 60 with this conveyor belt, 60 iron ingot, and transfer it to 1 iron ingot. Okay, so for you to be able to understand everything, just like this: iron ore, 30 per minute, and 30 you get like as craft. It's this is this smelter is designed just to craft iron ore. I think you already know if you are watching video about Satisfactory. So what you do in the beginning, you just use all the iron ore. That's why I decided to create the second line. There were no like these splitters or anything around here. No MMA, of course. After that, you craft a workshop with a bench and go further. You decide whatever you need to. You need to store somewhere this iron. You need after that to craft something from this iron. Right here you craft 15 only iron ingot, and right here 20 per minute. I wasn't calculating in the very beginning, and that was a big problem. It will affect the amount of the resources we receive later, but I just still decided to make them one by one. So enough iron ingot. Okay, I won't do 2 of them. For example, you can craft 2 rods, so 30 per minute, creating the 2 constructors. But instead I decided to go one by one, and by that time I wasn't calculating, and I thought it was pretty good. Okay, with that you need of course copper, and I also created 1 line of copper. Understood that I can split it up and split this to this container thing, which goes to constructor and create wires. Then I also understand that it's not like very effective, and I need 1 more line. Just created it right here, and splitted this one for 2. It was the very beginning still. And these containers just contained all the stuff I like received. Also, of course, limestone needed, and right here we got it to craft concrete. These storages containers were the first one like ending of this line. So after that I decided to create another line, which is not actually that, of course, and it started right here. So let's see what it started. Right here I understood that I can just calculate whatever I receive, and just to improve the amount of items, 3 miners are put right here. So it's a normal ore place, and you can mine more of iron right here with miners first level, second level from this. This one is now not used in this whole kind of factory, small factory right here. So this miner was used right here, but now it's not. And now it's used in more advanced like details. So what do we have here? You can see limestone, you can see iron, and I started calculating. So 3 miner mark once. That's why each of them is splitted by two smelters. The conveyor belt is splitted two smelters. Again, everything calculating, so bringing it together right here in storage containers. As you see from here, we can receive 30 plus 30, it's 60. Then we need to split this 60 to 3 lines to receive 20. Only 15 are used right here, but you can easily, well, these 30 are used, you can easily get 32 iron plates. So right here I was already understanding what was going on and started calculate what was going on. I wanted it to be straight, but wasn't able to do so. It actually was pretty straight until I understood that I need to create some advanced materials, reinforced iron plates, for example. From here I started to create them, to modify this factory in the middle a bit, to receive this model of frames. Actually, these 4 only were designed for plates, iron plates like this. There were these plates. Okay, and now I changed it, and now plates are transferred to this container to be able to use them in a stable for reinforced plates, which I also use right here later for smart plating. So when I updated this factory a bit, I was able to create this versatile framework, and from that now I was able to, I needed a source of energy, of course. I'm gonna show it in a bit later. I created a source of energy and started to update this blue factory. Let's go till the very end. I just added few details there, of course, also. This like dismantling this awesome sink was created later, only after I was able to create conveyor smart splitters. Oh, not conveyor, but just smart splitters. With these smart splitters, I was able to like use all the things that I produce, not to just make a lot of things, but also use them in sync when I need to do that. So when there are too much of them. So let's see, this is not smart, by the way. Yeah, the smart splitters. So the overflows are used in smart splitters, and now I was able to move everything, all overflow, flow, and delete them to receive coupons. These ones were created shortly after the beginning. Cables, yeah, they are now used in the green factory, but here they were not used, and a lot of them like were created. That's why I created this conveyor merge thing. Just didn't delete it to show it to you. Every eighth of this cable was deleted, and other ones were transferred back to storage. Every eighth, just to get some, yeah, without smart splitters to split somehow them. So I splitted this up, created these two assemblers, just to create new details, reinforced plates and rotors. So they were both accumulating in these things, and here we go. Now we needed coal, which is actually transferred from very far, but I think you all can scan and know that you can find coal there. Just bring it up here with a conveyor belt and create a new green factory. So I created it and actually used it in the steel ingots. Yeah, now I just forced it, locked it to 200% because I didn't want to create new factory, and I have a lot of these power shards, pretty much of them, even 5 with me, and they're pretty easy to get. One of them you can get right there, and as long as I remember, right there, the closest ones. The pink, of course, slimes green, and yellow ones are pretty common. So I created this steel like factory, pipes, beams, and stored them right here. After that, when I was able to use them in advanced details, I started producing stators, brought the copper from there, created a bit more what is called wires, yeah, and started assembling raters, stators, and automated wiring, which actually we needed. And the motors are used right here now. By the way, so there is okay, here it comes. Rotors are coming, motors are created. This one is pretty new, that's why I didn't filled up the container yet. I wanted to create something more advanced, which I have on the base too. By the time I created the purple base and was able to create only usual things without stators and motors, I started to create the second base. After I've built second base, I've built this part, but it's not being used yet because actually I wanted something new, wanted a new place, and that's why I created the second base. Okay, we're pretty done. This like road I will show you later where it leads. We're pretty done with this base. It says I called base 1 for me. So to get the second base faster, hypertube is used, but I just fly a bit higher to get some, yeah, to get more speed. Trains are now created by me, yeah, of course. Trainways, railway roads, like, created. That's what you can see, but actually there was nothing before, and that's why with the need of source of energy, I went right here where we can find a lot of coal, and started creating these huge coal energy places. Okay, there was no way right here. This is the blue one. The blue one is the new one, and this one is kind of the new factory. So let's let's start with what I had. This one also I will show. They go pretty far to get the resources right here. So I started with the first one. There is a YouTuber called SATISLab, which actually designed this one. So I just constructed it with his help, with his idea. And after that I decided, so he has some kind of this one, but I decided to create something by myself, what I wanted, and that's what I set it up here. So these ones are pretty usual, coal generator farms, and they produce they produce a lot of energy. 2000 each one, yeah, 2200 or something like that, each line with the 8 coal generators, or how much they're with the 16 coal generators. And you need a lot of coal, of course. Conveyor belts, coal is transferred. It's quite close right here, and there is one rich source which is a bit further. I brought it all the coal from it to this new farm, so new generator. This one is the biggest, produces half of the energy, and these two are like combined to this one. Also storage is there in case of overuse of energy, but now it's not happening yet. Steel industry, right here it's blue. It was created after the second coal generator, like a coal factory, power factory. Okay, since I created this first coal factory with the generators, I started building up this one, which you can see on the left. Only this one was built. This one was like an update. So we had iron and copper right here, which is transferred to these smelters, and the iron goes here to the left and to the right. So transfer to upstairs. Now I understood that I can build everything above each other. I just calculated everything once more. These ones are calculated without a clock speed. So this whole place is designed without a clock speed. I just added it in the future because I wanted to create more screws, and I didn't want to create some separated screw line. I just forced these ones, clocked it to whatever I needed, and these lines were operable. They were creating all the materials, they were transferring it up, and right here also all the lines were created with the calculations, so everything was used, and what I got right here on top was the storaging things. Let's see, pretty much everything was storage right here. That's why I decided to create this kind of beacons and name how much resources do I receive. For example, right here, reinforced iron plates, 22.5 of them. Right here, how much? Two smart, whatever it is. Oh, it's now it's transferred everything. Right here, for example, cables, 60 of them were created, and I just calculated everything, named it new factory as you see, and storaged it everything. After, then I needed to improve a bit this factory to produce automated wiring, stators, rotors. Yes, rotors probably were already done. Motors, yeah. So I created this part, just added a bit things that I needed, and it was operational until I understood that everything that is created just stops to the overflow. With this smart conveyor belts, I was able, so smart splitters, I was able to use the overflow in somewhere else, and I started creating this line. For some reason, I thought that maybe in the future I would need more iron and copper. So these lines were created, but they are not used still because they bring too much of the resources. As you see, this one is pure and creates pretty much a lot. And these three of them are all pure also. So I just created the way to smelters, just to let me show you, to create iron as in the second and as in the first base. I decided to just get everything that I need right here, and of course steel ingot, iron, and the copper ingots are made on this thing, and nothing was used. Let me show you one more thing. It's this base. Actually, it was created with this conveyor belts when I was bringing the resources right here. So let's see. We have a tractor here driving and getting us Caterium. After I was able to create things from Caterium, this base was created. So let's see what we can find there. All of these things right here were created just to travel fast. Hypertubes. One of them just shoots you in the side of Caterium. Okay. This one is, as you can see, it's a railroad. Railway, yeah. Caterium is being produced right here. Everything is calculated, and it's pretty easy to calculate this one without overclocking, and so that's it. You just tractor brings Caterium here. It's being produced right here. Okay, yeah, it's calculated 1-to-1, but still there is too much of it. Let me see. Yeah. So let's go get this kind of smart belt. Okay, talking about smart belt, it's the belt like which gets all the items and transfers it. Is it overfilled? Like what? Why is it so slow? Okay, it's the first conveyor. Of course, we have much more here. Okay, how many? Maybe level 2 is okay. And here it goes. Now it's better. Okay, let's go through the smart conveyor belt. This smart conveyor belt just created all, so included all the items we could produce by that time, and it transferred them from where they are being produced to this new like storage place or whatever you can call it. It's like the main factory, the main thing for the future. We go right here. No windows, of course, and foundations were at the beginning, but now everything is okay. They're standing on foundations, on pillars. Okay, what it is done here, the smart splitters are used to get everything to the right side. This left side wasn't created. Firstly, only these ones were used. Yeah, I used concrete in the near future, and that's why it's not filled again. So as you can see, resources are splitted, everything is done. These ones we're gonna talk about yet in the future. They're gonna be included. They're gonna be created later. These three last ones of them. And not to get back here, sink, awesome sink stand here, 2 of them, one for down line, which is still the middle. As you can see, in the middle they just change each other. Part of the resources goes to the second half or to the first one. That's due to the fact that all the storages were overfilled, and I wasn't able to transfer all the stuff with one conveyor belt. So that's why I decided to get the second one in the middle of it. As you can see, everything was created right here at this stage, and I needed computers. I needed to create computers, I needed to create oscillators, and that's the very end, heavy model frames. That's just the very end. I decided to use these splitters, smart splitters, not only to calculate things that I need on the right, but also to use them on the left. And that was quite a good idea. I just managed everything and used them how I need. Use the resources. Haven't, by the way, colored this yet, because just created it with the concrete. As you see, it was in the near just made it. It took as I showed you, this game is 100 hours save, so we started right here with a 99 hours for 53 minutes, which brings us to 100 mark. And that's why I decided to show you. What do I have? By that time, this tube standard right there, right here, so I was able to transport with the use of it. Okay, let's go further. We're gonna be back. One of them is gonna throw us upstairs, but it's quite sometimes hard for me to remember which ones. Okay, it's for the base. No, we don't need that. I'm gonna skip it to you. Okay, we're able to fly right here, just where I wanted to show you. This is how it operated. You just fall right here and fly further. So this is the line back to the base 1, and you can turn right here and get further without. So we used parachute in the beginning. Now so we're using jetpack. You can get to this black production, and let's show what do we have here. So as you see, plastic is made here. Plastic also, this plastic is used further. Let me show you also rubber. So everything is calculated once more. Pretty easy to calculate it even by yourself. When you understand it, it's even easier to like create these productions. Then it's easier than when you don't understand, don't calculate, you just copy. So that's why it's pretty easy. Plastic is used here. We need to create these canisters and fill them with the outsource. What do we receive here? It was fuel. Yeah, heavy oil residue. Residue. I don't know how it's called actually. How it's named. So, what do we have here? This rubber, plastic, and fuel packages were created here, and that's pretty much it. We have two pure sources on this side. We have also sources of oil, of course. Probably we have two normal ones. All constructors that just create them, but normal ones I don't use yet. Probably they're somewhere over here. Yeah, there and somewhere there. There. So you can create. I can actually create one more thing. One clock it to 200 and receive more oil, plastic, rubber, but I don't need them. From that time, we have a need in transportation of this stuff, and that's why I created a railway. Not to collide with another traffic. Collisions were not updated yet, so we can go easily. The inner line goes to the right, the outer goes to the left, so backwards. And I decided that right here I'm gonna use two ways, but only one freight platform. So let's just use electric locomotive here and get upstairs. Check our railway. I created these columns, created this transfer up there, just to make a visibility that it's not flying. It's like, let me reduce sound of this train a bit. So just to be able to, for you to be able to hear me. So what do we have? We have this railway. I created this kind of turn tunnels. That's how it goes. As you see on, let's just stop a bit and show you what do we have here. It's the turn. I think everybody know how to do them, but if you like understand that when your way, this one for example, goes to the right, you need to from this side you need to get there, like, and if you're going there you need to go from the side where you come. So you come from the left, you go further left. You come from the left, you want to go right, you go right, because this road going to the right, this one to the left. So that's pretty easy construction, so that's pretty easy to understand it, and that's why I don't think that you need to a lot of time to waste there. The new railway system will be in update 5, and that's what we're gonna wait for. Just I think it's gonna be pretty easy to use, due to the fact that all these turns can be just splitted with the traffic lights. Okay, you can go here without a stop, but I want to stop a bit. I want to stop a bit and show you one more thing, which we can find right here. So all of these turns were made just to be able to, like, I don't know, heal a bit and create something. Not flying also, it's like it's on the ceilings and then set them attached to the ground. So it stands on the ground. Okay, let's go for them. I like this biome. This how it's called? Not violet, but purple. Things right here. Maybe we can turn a bit sound even more. So that's why I decided to create this road. It's not like. Let me fix a bit. What's wrong with this? It's a bit laggy right here when it goes on these foundations. Okay, so I pretty like this biome. Probably the next big factory is gonna be here. I want some new place, new factory to create. I think it's gonna be right here or between this place, this very beautiful place. Maybe I'll get it right here. So this biome is very beautiful, by the way, also. Okay, that's just what I wanted to show you. That this place is amazing. Waterfall there. So actually, yeah, the new things that I'm gonna create is gonna be right here for sure. It's like too beautiful. Everywhere right here. Around here. So that's it with the railway. It's gonna go here. It's also, so you can find it in the first base, this railway, and it's pretty easy to understand that how to operate with it, how to create it, just by using these turns. For example, violet climb right there, pretty easy to get there, just with the jetpack. One was here, and what else to say is just that a railway can be updated. I can set more like stations easily, just with the use of so not recreating this whole line stations, or we can use for the bigger trains, so it's not a problem. But for now, it's one is enough, and that's why just gonna ignore it and use only one. So as you see, it transfers plastic, fuel, and everything to this main like factory. Okay, let's one more time get there. As you remember, right road. Okay. Here I decided to set this thing to scan the map. I don't remember how it's called, but it just scans the map. Nothing is touched, by the way, while we're going on the train. These turns, and this is how you go downstairs. It's not that smooth if you check like this, up down, but it is still not bad. I'm pretty proud of this way down, and wasted a lot of time there creating it. So we are back to our main base, and the remaining things are just sources of all of these resources. So this three in front, when we were flying, we were able to see them. A bit more things that we need to check over there. Right here, yeah, modular engines were constructed when I needed to construct them, and right here, adaptive control units also. I just don't create too much of them. I clock them up and bring resources manually right here to create them. For now, it's not automated yet. So let's see what's up there. By the way, we were there already. You just go there up the way, and you're thrown into the air. But we still be able to travel fast. Maybe I can use it. Okay. And go here. That's like oh shit. That was an accident. It happens. It's not a stable thing. It's not yet finished. Not that mm, well like prepared. I can use it and it's okay for me now. But of course sometimes shit happens and you go that kind of slow. What else to show you is the way on to the left. Let's just get to the ending. Firstly, it's not like a huge part of factory. I'm just gonna show you where do I receive these crystals from and where they are brought from. So easy to go here. So as you see, I have quartz crystals on this base, and so also silica is made to be able to run fast. Let's use these blade runners. And pretty much everything we covered. The production, so the road where tractor goes wasn't showed yet. I think it's not gonna take a lot of time. So as you can see right there, I went up there, created lifts, and that's how I so received these quartz crystals. It's pretty hard, but I managed to do it in the very beginning, even without many resources. And I was able to create this conveyor pole stackable up there, up to the very top, and just brought this resource. And they are split it, one to the left and one to the right bases. And the last thing, the beautiful view where we're gonna finish this overview of these factories. So it's gonna be right here. And the fact that I didn't want to delete the old factories is all about the knowledge of how it's being created. Where do you start? How do you like operate in the very beginning? Create these huge conveyor things, and in the very you like end with I think it's gonna be faster. You end with these huge things, with huge factories, which is covered within the windows, and like this. So actually that's pretty cool that you can see the development of your building skills, the understanding of the game, calculations and other stuff. So that's pretty interesting to like get things one by one. And the interesting fact that I found in this game is that it's a really brand new level of chill. It's really satisfying. It's really kind of smooth, like calm. You just create things. You just do some roads, create some structures, maybe produce something. Even sometimes you don't need to produce, you just create these railways. You are in this game, you waste 100 hours, but no, actually it's like even better than you play 100 hours of Dota or CSGO or any on a shooter. You just get this chill vibes, you just do whatever you like, you are enjoying this game every time. So This is where this what is called? Let me see. I almost forgot. Let me remember it. Require just Caterium. Yeah, of course it's Caterium. No, that's where the station is stays with Caterium. Track station. So, and tractor brings Caterium to this one. And that's it. That's what I was able to create. This one's just a sulfur source. It brings sulfur also to the other parts, but not being used a lot now. I mean, sulfur is not yet used in a lot of things, and that's pretty much it. The first base, second base, and the new main base, like main factory, also oil farm right there, and the new one is gonna be there, I hope. And it's pretty easy to get from one to another, to transport between them with these hypertubes, or even with now with the railways, after I created them. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This game is really amazing. I was shocked how chilly this game can be, how much of time I can spend here, and that was amazing. I just like that game very much. So thank you for watching. See you maybe in the next episode after 100 more hours, or who knows. But now, this is what I created. This is how I operated, one by one, step by step, and hope you liked it. Maybe you will use some of ideas in your factories, or you will be able to understand from the beginning how to start, how to operate, and what to do till this like stage of game. And that's where I want to say goodbye to everybody. See you in the future, guys. Goodbye and goodbye.